Hey guys, this is Mrs. Baird. I'm going to go over with you the pre-algebra study guide for your 5th tri-term exam, which you will have this week. I want to remind you all that the study guide has all the types of questions that will be on your test. There will be no type of question on your exam that is not on this study guide. The numbers and the values will be changed, so the answers will be different, but the operations and the instructions will be the same. If you have forgotten how to do some of these things, I want you to go back to the Pre-Algebra Baird Schoology page and review the videos there. So now let's dig in. And I have copied all the problems from this study guide over to this whiteboard so that we can work these together. For questions 1 through 4, the instructions are to evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable. Evaluate just simply means to substitute and solve. So now we are told question 1, x plus 9 when x equals 7. So we're going to put parentheses plus 9, and we're going to substitute a 7 in place of the parentheses. So the answer is 16. For number 2, our problem is 3 times x when x is 7.5. That's 7.5. So 3 times 7.5 is 22.5. You will be allowed to use calculators on the exam, just not calculators that are part of your iPad. You will have to have a calculator that you cannot go online with. Number 3, x divided by 4 when x equals 36. So once more, parentheses in place of the variable. 36 inside the parentheses since x is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Number 4, x times 2.7 when x is 7. So 7 times 2.7 is 18.9. That's questions 1 through 4. Question number 5 says for you to calculate the simple interest earned. And your formula is simple interest equals the amount of the deposit times the interest rate times the years. And the interest rate, you need to have a decimal. Okay, so we have a 300. First of all, we're going to write interest equals the amount of the deposit. Our initial deposit was $300. Our interest is 4%, which is 0.04 in decimals, times 2. And you just multiply all of that, and you get that it is $24. Okay, for number 5, well, that was number 5. Number 6, we have a distance equals rate times time problem. Okay, so our problem says a car travels 450 miles. There's our distance. In 9 hours, that's our time, so we need to know our rate. Again, distance equals rate times time. So 450 equals, we don't know what the rate is, so we're going to say rate times 9. And we're going to solve for r. So both sides we're going to divide by 9. And we're going to get that our rate is 50, which means 50 miles per hour. Okay, we are now on page 2 of our study guide. These instructions say to evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable. Earlier in this review, I told you to remember that evaluate means to substitute, then to solve. So here is our expression. 6x squared plus 4 when x equals 8. So 6 times 8 squared plus 4. Which is then 6 times 64 plus 4. And 6 times 64 is 384 plus 4. The answer is 388. On to number 5. And you know, you can stop and pause this video. You can rewind it. I know I'm going kind of quickly through it. I don't want this video to take a really long time. That's why I'm doing this. So if you need to pause it and go back, please do so. Number 8. We are going to substitute 9 in place of x. So we're kind of going to have some big parentheses and some little parentheses. Minus 17. I substituted 9 in place of the x. So we're going to bring down the rest of our expression right now. 5 times 9 minus 3 is 6 squared minus 17. And 6 squared is 36. So we've got 5 times 36 minus 17. And so 5 times 36 is 180. Minus 17, our final answer then is 163. For number 9, x divided by 5 plus x squared minus 4 when x equals 10. So 10 divided by 5 plus 10 squared minus 4. 10 divided by 5 is 2 plus 100, which is 10 squared, minus 4. 2 plus 100 is 102. 102 minus 4 is 98. Number 10. 3 to the 3rd power minus 2 to the 4th power plus x. All of that is divided by 4 times 7 plus 8. This is a big problem. This is a problem that you're just going to do a step at a time. So first of all, we're going to substitute in for x. And we're going to simplify a little bit along the way as we go. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Minus 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, plus 3. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 8. 27 minus 16 is 11, and 11 plus 3 over 36. So now we have 14 over 36, which does simplify to 7 over 18. I'm going to draw a little line there. And that's as simplified as that will go. Number 11, 1/2 times x squared when x equals 8. So 1/2 times 8 squared. You cannot take 1/2 of 8 first. Remember your order of operations. You must do your exponents first. So it's 1/2 times 64, which then is 1/2 of 64 is 32. Number 12 is also kind of a tricky problem, but we're just going to do it a step at a time. And we're going to start with our innermost parentheses, and we're going to substitute for x for 9 when we get to that point. So to begin with, we're going to start right here, and we're going to work with these innermost parentheses. 9 minus 6 is 3, and that's going to be squared. Plus 11 minus 7 is 4 cubed minus 9. So 2 times 3 squared is 9, and 4 cubed is 64. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. Minus 9. 2 times 9 plus 64 is 73 minus 9. And 2 times 73 is 146 minus 9 is 155. I think. No. I added 9. I didn't subtract 9. Sorry, folks. It's 137, not 155. Need to subtract, not add. Okay. For these next questions, write a question that could be used to solve the equation, then solve the equation. So this expression right here, or equation, when we look at it, we see that we've got x divided by 3 equals 5. So then my question would be, what number divided by 3 divided by 3 equals 5? Okay, and if you think about it, 5 times 3 is 15, so when x equals 15, 15 divided by 3 equals 5. For number 14, we see we've got 3 times g plus 6 equals 15. So what number times 3 plus 6 equals 15? What number times 3, I'm just going to use the numerals, plus 6, that's L-U-S, P-L-U-S, 6 equals 15. And again, we're going to kind of undo some of this stuff. 15 minus 6 is 9. So 3g equals 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. So let's just go ahead and try to work this out a little bit. 3 times g would equal 9. And so g would have to be 3. Okay. We're almost halfway there. I will not give you any that are very complicated on your tri-term exam. Okay. 5 times what number minus 2 equals 17? Five times what number minus 2 equals 17. All right, this number, this is a little bit tricky. You're going to have to do this one on a calculator. So you would add 2 to both sides and you would get 5x equals 19. And when you divide both sides by 5, you get the number is 3.8. I definitely will not give you one that hard on your exam. The last one of this type, 2 times what number plus 4 equals 10? 2 times what number plus 4 equals 10? So we're subtracting 4 from both sides. We'll get 2x equals 6. So that number has to be 3. All right. For these next 4, these are so easy. You have to tell if this is an expression, an equation, or an inequality. Expressions do not have equal signs or greater than or less than signs. Equations have equal signs, and inequalities have greater than or less than, or greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. So this first one, there's no equal sign, no greater than or less than, it's an expression. Number 18. Aha! I see a less than or equal to sign. This is an inequality. Can't fool me. I see an equal sign here. Let me make sure that yep, this is an equation. And for number 20, has a greater than symbol, so this is another inequality. You just look for the equal signs, the greater than or less than, and if you don't have any of those, it's an expression. For 21 through 25, our instructions are to check whether the given number is a solution of the equation. So what are we going to do? We're going to substitute the number after the semicolon in for your variable, and then we're going to simplify, and we're going to tell if that is a true statement or not. So for number 21, 16 minus 4 equals 12. We substituted in 16 for x. 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 does equal 12, so yes, it is. 22, we need to substitute 2 in for x. 3 times 2 plus 2 equals 11. So 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 does not equal 11. So the answer is no. 23. 4 times 6 minus 7 equals 21. 4 times 6 is 28. 6 times 4 is 24, I'm sorry. I'm tired, we just got back from Chicago. 24 minus 7 is not equal to 21. That's another no. Sorry. All right, for number 24, x divided by 3 minus 3 equals 10, and 36 is our number. 36 divided by 3 minus 3 equals 10. Let's see if that is true. 36 divided by 3 is 12. 12 minus 3 is not 10. So we have another no. 3 no's in a row. Let's see if number 25 is right. 10 divided by x equals 2, and x equals 5. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. That is true. 2 does equal 2, so yay! We had another one. Okay, for 26 through 30, we're going to be doing very similarly to what we did above. We're going to substitute our number after the semicolon in for the variable to see if we have a true statement or not. Okay, so we have 6 that we're going to put in place of x. 2 times 6 plus 4 is less than 18. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 4 is less than 18. 12 plus 4 is 16, and 16 is less than 18, so yes. I'm going to change pens because this pen is drying out on me, and it's not doing so well. All right, number 27. The number we're going to substitute in is 2. 5 times 2 plus 2 is greater than 11. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is greater than 11. Yes, indeed. 10 plus 2 is 12, and 12 is greater than 11, so yes. 28. 5 is the number we're going to substitute in for x. 4 times 5 minus 7 is greater than 12. 4 times 5 is 20 minus 7 is greater than or equal to 12, and that is true. 20 minus 7 is 13, and 13 is greater than or equal to 12. Yes. Number 29. X divided by 3 plus 5 is less than or equal to 13, and the number is 24. So 24 divided by 3 plus 5 is less than or equal to 13. Well, 24 divided by 3 is 8, plus 5 is less than or equal to 13. I believe this one's going to be true. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 is less than or equal to 13, so we have another yes. We don't usually have so many yeses in a row. It just worked out this way. Okay, for number 30, 10 divided by x is greater than or equal to 5, and x is going to be 2. So 10 divided by 2 is greater than or equal to 5. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 is greater than or equal to 5, so yes. But don't expect on your test for them all to be yes or them to all be no. It could be, but not necessarily. Don't expect it. Our last section, write the verbal phrase as an algebraic expression. These are not going to be equations or inequalities. Use x for the variable in your expression. So one solution strategy for this is for you to read it to yourself. 2 more than a number. 2 more. So 2 plus a number. That's it. 5 less than a number. Now, you might want to say that means 5 minus, but no, the number 5 is less than that number, so it's going to be x minus 5. A number divided by 7. You could do this 2 different ways. A number divided by 7, or you could do it a number divided by 7. Either one would be perfectly fine. 34, 6 times a number. So 6 times a number. Number 35, the sum, which means answer from addition, of a number and 2. The sum of a number and 2. 36, the product of a number and 4. Product is the answer from multiplication. So 4 times the number, or technically you could have it something like that. Either one would be perfectly fine. The other 2 numbers that you need to know besides sum and product is you need to know that difference is your answer from subtraction, and quotient is your answer from division. So I hope this has been helpful to you. You can pause it, you can rewind it, you can watch it again. I would highly encourage you to do so. Good luck. If you have questions, please come see me, Mrs. Baird, in room 101. Bye-bye.